Hey, it's Cobra here at MaddenGuides.com, and for this video breakdown, we're going to take a look at a play that's out of the gun doubles Y-off, and the name of the play is called Redzone Scissors, and you can find this out of the Chiefs playbook if you're following along. Now, with this particular play, we want to show you how to attack various cover 3 coverages, so that's what we plan on doing with this one. We're going to show you the different receivers you can look to based on the coverages once the ball is snapped. So don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to the Madden Guides YouTube channel. That'll help me know that you guys enjoy watching these videos, and make sure you guys go ahead and click the bell, and that'll allow you guys to know about the notifications whenever we post a new video up here on the Madden Guides channel. All right, with that said, let's go ahead and get ready to get into the play here. And as you're going to see here on your screen, once we get started here, that this particular play is pretty effective, again, as far as attacking zone, cover 3 zone coverage, because there's going to be several receivers you can find that are going to be open depending on what type of cover 3 coverage you're up against. So let's go ahead and take a look at the pass routes by default. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to start out here over on the left. We're going to start off with the split end that's lined up right here. And what you're going to see him run is a deep comeback route as you look on your screen here. So what he's going to do is he's going to go up the field in this area here. He's going to go over there, and he's going to go about 15 yards or so, and then he's going to break towards the sideline. And depending on the coverage, a lot of times with the quarterback, as you drop back, you may find him open where you can make that throw into this area here as you're looking at the screen as he breaks over towards the sideline. And you're going to see that against one of the coverages that we're about to show as far as cover 3 goes. Now, to the inside of him is the play's primary receiver, and this is going to be the slot. Now, what he runs right now by default is this 5 to 7 yard in route. We're actually going to change that up, and I'll show you why as we go into it, because I prefer another route with this particular play. And then let's go ahead and work our way over to the right-hand side. You're going to see that the tight end as you look at your screen here. Now, what he runs is a flat route out here towards the right, and he'll be another option we can throw to, again, depending on the type of coverage. And then over to the outside of him, which is going to be the flanker. Now, he runs a post route. Now, let me tell you this, we're not going to show this in the video breakdown, but if you get a too deep look, then he'll run this post route, and a lot of times he'll be the receiver you might want to look to throw to, especially if you want to take a deep shot down the field, providing that you have time on the field. And then finally, as you look at it, you're going to have the running back. He essentially runs a corner route, and so what he does is he goes out the field over here, and then he comes up and goes up in this area here, and then he breaks towards the sideline or towards the corner. Now, I believe this play is more or less designed to attack, give you an opportunity maybe get in the red zone to find that running back, and you will find him open against some of the cover 3 coverages as well, and we'll show that in the breakdown. But just keep in mind, it's certainly a route that you can find that's effective. Also, the word scissors into play. The word scissors means when you have 2 routes where one receiver is running a post route and when one receiver is running a corner route, that's what they call scissors. And so as you can see on your screen, we in fact have these 2 receivers, the running back running the corner route, and you have the split end who's running the post route. So anytime you hear the word scissors, that's what that means. When you have 2 receivers running, one running a post, one running a corner on the same side of the field. In this case, it's the running back and the split end. All right, so what I want to do is I want to go ahead and make an adjustment before we get going here. And as I talked about earlier, it's going to be the slot receiver, and we are going to go ahead and put him on a flat route towards the left. So this is going to give me a high-low read between him and the outside receiver on his side. So what I'm looking for as I run this, I'm looking to see against cover 2 or cover 3 coverages, I'm looking to see if anybody covers that flat or if the defender drops back. Now, as you look at this particular coverage that we're running this against, I'm going to go ahead and show this to you. Even though it looks like cover 2, it's actually cover 3. And the name of the defense is called Dime 236 Cover 3 Buzz. Show cover 2. So just keep that in mind. It's cover 3 Buzz, show 2 is what the name of the defense is. Basically, it looks like a cover 2 defense, but really it's a cover 3. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and run this play, and I want to show you who you can look to throw to So after the ball, before the ball snap, you're looking at this being cover 2, and you're probably thinking right off the bat, at least I would be, as I pointed out earlier, is going to be this post route that's ran by the split end. That would probably be the receiver I would look to throw to as far as attacking that type of coverage. However, once the ball snap, that's going to change. So let's go ahead and snap the ball and take a look at it. And you're going to see that you really don't have him open because of the way that route was taken away by that deep safety. So we can't make that throw them. So we're going to have to make an adjustment here. And what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to look to throw to a different receiver here. And that's what we're going to do on the screen here. So let's go ahead and look at it here on this. All right, here's the play again. Same thing. I made that hot route adjustment over there. So you may not have enough time to make that throw. So you're going to have to look, and then you're just going to have to dump it off. And this is against, keep in mind, this is against this buzz coverage out of the cover 3. This is out of cover 3. And so if you watch, let's go back in here and do the same thing again. You'll note as you go in here, let's go in this replay. And you can watch it from here, and you can kind of tell what happens here, and it kind of tells you where you got to go. First off, as you watch, and if you're quarterback and you're dropping back, you're seeing that you're getting the rotation right here of this safety. So you know darn well this is cover 3. All right. And then once you see that, then you got to look at the 2 defenders that are going to be playing on the outside. What are they doing? Are they dropping back? In this case, this one's dropping back here, and then this one's dropping back. So you see that going on. And then you got to look over here in these guys, and you got to see if they're going out cover to flat or not. Are they going to sink and cover the curl to the flat rather than the flat area? In this case, they're going to drop back and cover the curl to the flat area. So that's going to take away the deeper routes that are being ran by the outside receiver here on the left, which is this one right here. It's going to take that guy away, and it's also going to take this running back away. So that tells me as a quarterback that I have to go down to my final 2 receivers, which are the 2 running the flat routes. So I have to go to one of these guys here. And the one here, for the most part, that I like to throw to is going to be the one on the left, which is that slot receiver that I hot routed on the flat route. There I picked up about 4 yards. You're probably not going to get much more than 4 to 5 yards with that when you run that, if they come out in that particular coverage. So now let's go out into another cover 3 coverage here. And let's run it against this cover 3 sky defense. So as you're looking at your screen here, we're going to go to this one. This cover 3 sky is what we're going to go to next. So I want to go ahead and go to that. All right, this time we got a rotation right off before the ball snap. We can tell right now it looks like 1 deep high as far as the safety goes. So there's the safety that's playing 1 deep right there. And so we probably have a pretty good idea that this is probably going to be a cover 3 or at least a cover 1. And that's what it's showing on the screen there. And you can pretty well guess that this guy's going to probably play the deep middle. All right, so let's go ahead and snap the ball again. And again, with this, I'm going to automatically know that I cannot throw to this guy here. I probably will not be able to hit him. So he's kind of out of my thought as far as my thought process. I probably won't be able to throw to him. So then I got to think about those other 4 receivers. So let's go ahead and run it. And again, we're going to watch and see what happens here. And as you watch on the outside there, you saw that those same 2 defenders dropped back and took that away as far as those the outside receivers, as far as what we could have thrown at least to the deep comeback route that's being ran by the outside receiver there. All right, let's go and do the same thing again. So this tells me right now that I'm probably going to have to dump it down again. And again, I pick up 5 or 6 yards. Nothing wrong with picking up 5 or 6 yards because these type of defenses you're seeing are bend but don't break type defenses as far as the coverages go. They're not going to allow you to get that deep throw, at least against this particular coverage. But watch here when you go in instant replay. See how you're not going to find a whole lot. It's all taken. So there's nothing really can throw to there. So that's against the cover 3 sky coverage. So again, you have to dump it off down to the 2 receivers that are running the flat routes. Okay, let's go look at one more coverage here. And this is cover 3 match. So again, we got the rotation. We've got the one safety playing deep, at least playing over the top. It looks like he's playing the deep coverage in the middle, playing a rotation towards the middle there, which looks like cover 3. Now, the difference with cover 3 match and cover 3 sky is that these defenders, even though they're in a zone coverage, technically, as you look at it, they're in zone. Well, they're still matched up with the receivers that are lined up to them within a zone area or within a specific area. So really, what you got to do is kind of train your thought as this is almost like a man defense, like a cover 1. So let's go ahead and run it, and you'll see what I mean by that. So let's go ahead and do the same thing as far as with the hot routes. And then this time, as you watch, you'll saw that that defender out there goes out there. The inside defender that was covering the slot went out and covered him. That tells me right there when I see that happen that I can look to throw to either this outside receiver here. Let's go ahead and audible back into it again. It tells me when I see that this defender right here decides to, let's go ahead and put him on a hot route here. When this receiver's, is going to be running this route over here, and that this defender here is going to go out and cover him into this area here, then it tells me as the quarterback, as I'm dropping back, when I see that I probably have this option here, and the same thing over here. If this defender here goes out and covers the tight end, then it's going to probably tell me that the halfback who's coming out of the backfield is probably going to be open on that corner route, where I can also look to throw to him. So I have both these two options to look to throw to based on it being a cover 3 match. So what you really got to look at when you're playing against an opponent, especially if you're playing in a connected franchise or something like that, if you played your opponent enough and you know the type of defenses that he runs or the coverages he likes to run, then you have to find plays that'll attack those type of coverages. And that's what you do here, at least with me, whenever I play. Now, obviously, if you're playing online, you're playing against an opponent that you played for the first time, it may not be as easy. But if you're playing in a connected franchise and you play the same teams over and over and over, the same players, especially if you're in a, like, for example, here we got the Chiefs and you got the, this looks like the Broncos that we have here, then you really going to play them twice a year, so you kind of get an idea what they like to run. And that's what I'm trying to show you here, is that you got to find defenses or offenses that are going to attack the type of coverages they like to run. So with that said, let's go back in here one more time because I want to show you the other receiver that you can hit on this particular play. So let's just make sure that we got the audible down here. We're going to go back in this cover 3 match, as I said before. And this time we're going to look to throw to the running back against cover 3 match here, providing that we got enough time. And once he breaks to the outside, he'll get open. So with that, that's really it on this. I just wanted to show this to you because you do have some different defensive coverages. All 3 cover 3 coverages, but each one of them have a little bit of a different type of feel. Hey, while we're talking about this, let me show you something else here real quick. This particular defense, this Dime 236 cover 3 Buzz Show 2, actually does a really nice job. If your opponent thinks he can thread the ball because he sees this cover 2 and he decides, this is from a defensive perspective, what I'm about to show you here. If he thinks he can thread the ball because it gives you a cover 2 look, so say he comes out in this play, right, and he thinks that, hey, I'm going to be able to hit this guy on the post route against this coverage. Well, he's already being fooled already because he's thinking it's cover 2. The other thing cool about this play is watch how that safety reacts in this particular cover 3 defenses versus some of the other cover 3s. He comes right up on there, and that's not me controlling him or anything like that, versus let's go into cover 3 sky. I wanted to show this to you guys. So let's go with this one here. So actually, before we go into the play and run it again from that formation, from that defense, let's go ahead and watch something here as we go in this. I want you guys to go ahead and watch. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit on the whole play here. All right, so right now you can see that this guy's dropping back. Now watch when our guy comes in the screen here. Now look at that. He'll break on that a lot quicker. Let's go ahead and go in this. He'll break in on that a lot quicker than he would in the cover 3 sky. He'll break on this really quick and really be in position to pick that off. So this defense, if you got an opponent that likes to run post routes or stuff over the middle, I believe that this defense does a pretty good job of taking that away. It's already deceptive because it looks like cover 2, but really it's cover 3. Again, we're going to run this against the cover 3 sky. Now watch the safety this time against this. See, he doesn't break on it as fast. Although the ball gets picked off by the corner, but that safety, because he doesn't break on it the same way that he breaks on in the buzz of the cover 3 buzz that I'm showing. So just keep that in mind. Kind of got a little bit off track, but at any rate, I do like this defensive coverage because it does show your opponent who's on offense a different look. Even though it's cover 3, it looks like cover 2. So that's kind of cool. So anyways, I just wanted to show that to you guys. I know there's another one of those long video breakdowns I like to do, and I get kind of winded with them. But at any rate, get into the game and go through this stuff, man. I mean, I know some guys knock down on Madden and say all this about it, but, there's some really cool things about the game, and there always has been. I've been playing this game since, 1993, and been breaking these things down since 2000. So I've been doing this for a long time. And I always find different things every year to look at, and makes me smile and just says, hey, man, this is pretty cool. So at any rate, this play again, you'll find out of the gun doubles Y off. The name of the play is called Redzone Scissors. Just showing you how to attack some different cover 3 coverages with this particular play.